Very good evening, students. Welcome to Jatadhara Educational Technology Program, and this is the coaching classes conducted for Nmms exam 2024-25. In today's topic, we are going to see the mental ability 2023 question paper, and this is part 4. All right, let's quickly move on to the question. Yesterday, we saw till question number 70, and today we are just continuing with that. Here, the problem says, there are four figures, that is A, B, C, and what should be the fourth one? All right, so what should be option D? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? All right, yes. So, being the first question, we can do it for you students. So, what is that you should note in this is, in the first figure, you have two small squares. In the second figure, you have only one, all right, and which is double the first one, right? And in the third one, again, you have two small triangles. So what should be the fourth one? Definitely it cannot be option 4, right? And it cannot be option 3. Fine. So can it be option 1? It cannot be, because let me explain using the pen. Yeah, right. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this two figures is being represented as 1, the total sides being 8. All right. So in the third one, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here you should have one such figure which has 6 sides. So this is ruled out because it should be only one figure and it cannot be top and bottom. So this is also ruled out. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is not correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your option 2 must be the correct one. All right, so this is how you have to, think and solve the problem. Let's see the answer. Yes, it is option 2. All right, students. So I'm sure you would have understood this. Let's move on to the next question. The problem figure says A, B, C, and what is D? So your answer figure could be either 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right. Yes. So just observe it, and then 30 seconds time can be given to you students to complete this. Right? So by the time you think, let me just try to explain you the problem. In the first one, you have the two arrows, the highlighted one inside the figure. And in the second one, the highlighted arrows is outside. All right? Or rather, it has been turned. Right? And here we have this swastik symbol, that is the two triangles. In that, the shaded portion is up. Right? So upward and downward. Right. So now what could be the fourth one? So here the figure A and B, there is a difference. So A, when you tightly, turn, so you will get figure B. So like that for C, what would be the option for D? Is it option 1? Is it option 2? Is it option 3? Or is it option 4? All right, let's see the answer. It's almost 30 seconds are done. Let's see it. Yes, it is option 1. So when you slightly tilt it, you will get this figure. That is the first one. And that should be done in the clockwise. Right? So clockwise is like how your clock moves. So from 12, 1, 2, 3. So that is supposed to be the clockwise. All right. Yes. Now let's move on to the next question. So here in the figure you have A, B, C, D. In this you have a tree-like, right? And in the second one, so each one is taken it separately, right? So like that. In the C part, you have a leaf-like. So what could be the fourth one? So you need to separate it. That's what it says. All right. So how do you get the option D? Is it option 1? Is it option 2? Is it option 3 or is it option 4? All right. Yes. Quickly think over it and then you can choose your answer. All right, students. So quickly just think. You should always observe your first two figures. A, B. Right? And how do you get D? All right. Your 30 seconds is running. Let's see whether you're able to find out. All right, let's disclose the answer. Yes, it is option 2. All right, yes. Now let's move on to 74, the next question. Right, so here in A part, you have two parallel bent lines. And in B, that has been, it has been done in such a way that each are facing opposite side, right? So in C, you have 4 lines bent, and what would be D? Yes, the answer is in fact very simple. I'm sure you will be able to do. Let me just explain it by the time you could give the answer. Yes. See, in the first figure, you have like this. Now this changes to like this. In the third figure, you have 4 lines. So here, when it was 2, you made it as 1, 2. Now, when it is 4, you should make it as 4. Isn't it? So here, you don't have any such answers. So what it could be, you should take the same thing, right? That is 1, 2. So it should be actually 4. So your option could be either 2 or 3. It cannot be 1. It cannot be 4, right? So you should think either it is option 2 or option 3. Is it clear? So first from the 4 figures, you should jot down. So what is the answer? Yes. So here it clearly says it is option 3. Yes. So 1 below the 1, you are drawing it, but using the 4 curves, right? Yes. With this, we are moving on to the next question, which is very simple, but you need to focus because there could be there could be some small thing that you would have, that we will miss usually seeing the problem figures, right? So 30 seconds is given to you, students. So by then, before that, you should try to give the answers, right? So here in this figure, you have the square, then you have the shaded triangle towards your right. Fine. See, in the second one, this shaded triangle move towards your left. Am I right? Yes. And in the third figure, you have 6-sided. In this, your shaded square is towards the right. Yes. So now it has to move towards your left, like how it was, like how it has been done in figure 4, figure B. Am I'm sure you must be clear in this. Now in the first figure, you have a square whereby the shaded triangle which is being placed towards the right is moving towards the anti-clockwise. This is clockwise, this is anti-clockwise. So it is going towards the anti-clockwise. That is why you are getting the shaded triangle towards the left. Same thing in figure C, the shaded triangle has to move towards the anti-clockwise, isn't it? So now your option should be, there is only one option here. And that too, it should be square. So this cannot be there because it is triangle, shaded triangle. This is shaded circle. So possibility is this one or this one. But this cannot be because the figure here and here only matches. So again, this is also not possible. Therefore, your possibility could be option 1. So I'm sure you would have understood this and you would have also selected option 1 as your correct answer. If you have selected option 1, then definitely your answer is perfect. All right, now with this, let's move on to the next question. Very interesting question that I really enjoyed when I was just going through the PPT. Very nice question. See here, and you should really think, right? Yes. In this slide, you have, a square, and in between, you have a circle and then 4 triangles. In the next figure, the circle is here, right? So whatever is inside is now outside. Whatever is towards the outside is now inside. Is it clear? All right. So here in our problem, we have a triangle and the circles outside. So now what it should be? So you should have now whatever is outside should be inside now, isn't it? And whatever is inside should be outside. As simple as that, which is you have 4, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the circles are outside. Now you have to place a circle inside. So your triangle should be there. All right. So your circle must be placed here. Right. So I'm sure you would have understood and given the correct option as option 4. Because based on the figure 1 and 2, you could have understood that it is option 4. All right. With this, we are moving on to the next question. Yes, this is a very simple question whereby you have in figure A, the 2 lines are facing like this, right? So you can see one line facing upward and the other one is the horizontal one. All right. So see the second one, this is closed, this is closed. All right. Now similarly, in figure C, you have the square which has 3 sides. So in D, it should be closed, whereby it has this also. Yes. So none of it, this is not correct because this is triangle. This is not closed. This is not closed. So your option must be 2. All right, let's see. Yes. So it is option 2. So this is how we choose our answer. If you had opted for option 2, then your answer is perfect. All right. Now with this, we are moving on to the next question. We have A, B, C, D. All right. So in A, we have the figure that is the P facing left hand side. And in B, it is being placed ulta. That is exactly opposite. Right. So which means so here where you have this curve upward, now the curve is downward. Earlier the curve was in the front, now it is in the backward. And the standing line was down and now the standing line is up. So we can also say, call it as a mirror image. All right, so now here we have W shaped, right? Now what could be your answer? Sorry, it's not W. Here it is like this. So first, how do you draw this? Now both the lines are facing up. Now both the lines must be facing down. And the curve, instead of going like a mountain, it should be like this. Isn't it? So this tip was earlier up. Now the tip should be down. So let's see the answer perfect. So therefore your option 2 is the correct one. All right. Yes. Now with this, we are moving on to the next question. Your problem figure says 4 arrows whereby 2 shaded small circles are facing opposite side. And in the second one, both are joining. Is it clear? Whereby both are joining. Just a second, let me use my pen. All right. So these two figures are being brought. It is brought in such a way that it is facing like this. See, one up, one down. Like that, you have two stars. So in the next one, these stars must come like this, isn't it? Like this, it must come. Whereby you have this. So it should face opposite, right? So here, only this is showing the opposite facing. Therefore, option 2 is the correct one. Yes, now let's move on to the next question, 80th one. We have a triangle. And on top of the triangle, we have the sleeping line. That is a line. A line. All right, now this triangle. All right, so now we have a triangle. All right, and now the next figure says the triangle is facing upward down. That is, it is being shown the other way. So what happens? This part comes down and this part goes up, but your line remains same. All right, now with this base, you have the third figure whereby you have 5, 6 sided figure and your line is down. All right, so now how do you draw this? So anyway, your line must be facing down only because using the first AB formula, same formula should be used. But this figure must come down and this should go up. This should go up and this should come down. Right? So let's check the sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is there, but the line is in the upward. So we should have only line down. See here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this is the same figure. So this is also not right. So your possible answer should be option 1. Let's check the answer. Yes, it is option 1. All right. Now let's move on to a very interesting questions. Mathematical mental ability. Right. So this, all of you would be able to solve it just so easily. Right. So now 32 into dash is going to give us 768. So 30 seconds, not more than that can be taken for such questions. So 32 into, let's, 1 second, let me use a different color pen so that, right. So here we have, so here we have 32 into, let's assume to be y, okay, is equal to 768. So now what could be y? 768, this comes to the denominator portion, right? So 768 divided by 32. You can either divide 1 by 1. Let's see. Right? So, right. So 8 2s are 16. 8 4s are 34. So it should be 24. If you divide 768 by 32, so your answer should be 24. Let's see the answer. Yes, it is perfect. All right. If you had opted for option A, then your answer is right. Right. So you have 19 into 93. plus 19 into 7 is dash. So here you can use one simple technique instead of multiplying it, right? So see the question, you have 19 into 93 plus 19 into 7. So if you take 19 outside, we have 93 plus 7. All right, so 19 into, what is 93 plus 7? It is 100. So 19 into 100 should be equal to 1900. So your option should be A. So this is a simple method of solving the sums. So if you had opted for option A, then your answer is perfect. All right. So see the next one, we have 16 into 16 plus 128 plus 4 into 4, right? Yes. So any easy method of solving this question, we have to see. Otherwise, fully you have to solve. So here if you see, 4 square is 16, into 4 square is 16, plus, can we take 16 into 4, 64? So here 128. Just take LCM quickly. Right, so in terms of 4, so 4, 4, 4, 4 cube. All right, yes, plus 4 square. So 4 4s are 16. Well, you have one more 2 here, isn't it? So into 2, that's what. 4 4s are 16, 16 4s are 64, 64 into 2, 128. So let me write it clearly. 4 square into 4 square plus 4 cube into 2 plus 4 square. All right. So 4 square plus 4 square, you can take 4 square common. All right. So 4 square plus 4 into 2 plus 1. Okay, so 4 square into 16 plus 8 plus 1. So 4 4s are 16 into 8 plus 1, 9. 16 into 25, right? So your answer must be 400 if you are going to solve it. Or any other easy method also can be adopted. Instead of making 4, you can also try for 2, right? So 2 to the power 4 is your 16. Like that, even 2 is easy for solving. All right? Yes. Now let's move on to the next question. We have 30% of 700. Right? So what is 30% of 700? Percentage is always by 100, isn't it? So when you say 30%, it is 30 by 100. When you say it is 10%, it is 10 by 100. So likewise, any percentage means 100 must be divided into 700. So you can just cut off this 2 zeros, whereby you get 210. So your option must be C. All right? Yes. If you had opted for option C, your answer is perfect. Now, see here you have 20%. So quickly you need to do without using the calculator. So 20% of 120 plus 35% of 200. So nothing common can be taken in this. So you just have to simplify. So 12 twos are 24 plus nothing common can be taken. Okay, so 5 twos are 10, 3 twos are 6 plus 1, 7. So it is 94. So your option must be D. Let's see whether it is right. Yes, perfect. All right, students. So if you had opted for option D, then your answer is right. Now there's an announcement to be done. So Chandrika ma'am will do. Let's listen to her announcement, students.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, students, there is a small announcement that about mock test. It will be conducted on 15th September. As you know, that is this Sunday. So it consists of 180 questions. 180 questions in that MAT 90 and SAT 90. Mental ability test and scholastic ability test. నుంచి 90 marks equal గా. Okay. So total 180 marks ki test ఉంటుంది. So students from all over the state are writing the test. It's for free. Registration link is shared in the WhatsApp group. State లో చాలా మంది స్టూడెంట్స్ అప్లై చేశారు. ఇది ఎగ్జామ్ కూడా వచ్చేసి ఫ్రీ అన్నమాట. ఫ్రీ ఆఫ్ కాస్ట్. ఇంట్లోనే మొబైల్లోనే రాయొచ్చు. ఓకే. అండ్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ లింక్ అనేది వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో షేర్ చేశాం. ఆల్సో విల్ బి మెన్షన్ ఇన్ ద డిస్క్రిప్షన్ బిలో ఇన్ యూట్యూబ్. ఎవరైనా వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో లేరు అంటే అప్పుడు మీకు రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ లింక్ ఇక్కడ యూట్యూబ్ లో డిస్క్రిప్షన్ బాక్స్ లో కూడా మెన్షన్ చేస్తాము. దాని ద్వారా కూడా మీరు టెస్ట్ కి రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అండ్ యాజ్ యు నో, NMMS application date is extended. So the last date is 25th 9th 2024. Actual గా మొన్నటి వరకు 11th September is the last date, but it is extended to 25th September. ఎవరన్నా అప్లై చేసుకొని వాళ్ళు ఉంటే ప్లీజ్ అప్లై చేసుకోండి అండ్ బీ ఫాస్ట్. ఓకే. సో 11th అయిపోయిందని చెప్పేసి ఆగిపోవద్దు. ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేశారు 25th September వరకు. సో ఫాస్ట్ గా అప్లై చేసుకోండి. If you don't have caste and income certificates, you can apply by uploading declarations. You can apply the certificates and submit at the time of verification. ఒకవేళ మీ దగ్గర క్యాస్ట్ సర్టిఫికేట్, ఇన్కమ్ సర్టిఫికేట్ లేరని ఆగిపోతే మాత్రం అలా చేయొద్దు. అది లేకపోయినా పర్లేదు, దాని బదులు డిక్లరేషన్స్ అప్లోడ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే. మీ స్కూల్లో అడిగితే వాళ్ళు డిక్లరేషన్స్ అప్లోడ్ చేస్తారు. సో తర్వాత వెరిఫికేషన్ అప్పుడు అప్పటికి మీరు సర్టిఫికేట్స్, క్యాస్ట్ అండ్ ఇన్కమ్ సర్టిఫికేట్స్ రెడీగా పెట్టుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. రైట్. అండ్ డోంట్ ఫర్గెట్, ఇట్ లాస్ట్ డేట్ ఈస్ 25th 9th 2024. And 15th September, we have a mock test. Registration link will be shared in the WhatsApp group and also will be kept in the description box in the YouTube. Thank you, ma'am. Now you can continue, ma'am. That's ma'am, you can continue. Students, we have few more questions to do. Madam will continue. Please wait. Ma'am, you can continue. Gayatri, ma'am. Just a second, students. There is some technical issue.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm just sharing the.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, students. So we finished with 85th, isn't it? All right. Now let's move on to 86th. All right. Just a second. Let me use my, yeah. Right. So now in 86th question, this is also simple. 32 plus 16 multiplied by 0.25 by 10 minus 4. So I'm sure you must be using this. First you can solve the easy one, that is 32. That you can use this BODMAS technique, isn't it? So BODMAS is bracket of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction, right? So here, first let's consider the numerator. 32 plus 16 into 0.25. Right? So you have to just multiply 16 into 0.25. So if you multiply 16 into 0.25, you will get 4 divided by What is 10 minus 4? It is 6. Okay, let me use yellow. All right. So what is 10 minus 4? It is 6. So 32 plus 4 is 36 divided by 6. All right. So what is 36 divided by 6? 6 times of 6 is 36. Therefore, your option must be B. Let's check the answer. Yes, it is B. That is, answer is 6. All right, students. So this should not take more than 30 seconds. Now let's move on to the next question. We have 24 plus 3x is equal to 140 plus x. All right. So always in any questions, if the unknown is just one variable, it is easy for us to find out the answer. All right. Yes, now bring all x towards one side and bring all the numbers to the other side. Okay. All right. So for those who are, thinking little bit how to do. So for them, I'm working out, and others who know it, please do it by yourself. So now let's bring all x to one side, 3x, and when this x goes to the other side, it becomes minus x, and equal to, we have 140. When this 24 move to the other side, it becomes minus 24. 3x minus x is 2x is equal to 140 minus 24. 10 minus 4 is 6. 3 minus 2 is 1. So you are getting 116. So what is x? 116 by 2, which means x is equal to 2 5s are 10, 2 8s are 16. All right. So at any time you can, such questions are a boon to you, right? So anytime you can check your answer. How do you check your answer? Just replace this x as 58 in this equation. That is 24 plus 3 into 58. That answer should be equal to 140 plus 58. That is 198. So if both the sides are right, then your value of x is correct. All right. Yes. Now with this, let's move on to the next question. Here we have a mixed fraction percentage. So what is 16 into 3? So how do you do this? Make it into proper, improper, or proper fraction is from mixed to proper fraction. So you have to multiply these two and add 2, right? So 6 3s are 18, 3 1s are 3 plus 1, 4. Plus 2, which will give us 50. So it is 50 by 3 percentage. So 50 by 3 percentage is always 100, isn't it? So when it goes to the other side, it becomes 50 by 3 into 1 by 100 of 216. All right. Or if you are very comfortable with the decimal, even decimals can be done. So 0 0, 5 1s, 5 2s. So 2 1s, 2 1s, 2 1s are 2 8s are 16. 3 1s are 3 3s are 9, 3 6 are 18. So your answer must be option B. Right? So here the checking cannot be done, but you have to ensure that you have done it properly. All right, now with this, let's move on to the next question. We have 89th question, 996 the whole square minus 995 the whole square. So there is one easy method of doing this, whereby 996 can be written as 995 plus 1, isn't it? The whole square. And this you can write it as 995 the whole square. Let's try this one. So here you have, this is a plus b the whole square. So a square plus b square plus 2 into a into b minus 995 the whole square, isn't it? Right. So now let's take 995 the whole square outside. We have 1 plus 1 plus 2 into 9 plus 2 into, all right, let's take 995 outside. 995 if you take, you get 995 plus, okay, plus 2 minus 995, right? And outside we have plus 1. So plus 995 minus 995 will go. So we have 995 into 2 plus 1. So what is 995 into 2? 5 2s are 10, 9 2s are 18 plus 1, 19. So 9 2s are 18 plus 1, 19. So 1990 plus 1 will give us 1991. All right. So some tactics has to be used which will simplify our answer. All right. So that is how you are arriving at option D. All right. So if you had opted for option D, then your answer is perfect. In fact, even 995 square can be taken. That is also correct. Even this way also can be done, or you can just take 995 also. All right. Now let's move on to the next question. We have 436 divided by 1000. 436 divided by 1000. So it is a known fact, isn't it? So here you have 1, 2, 3. 3 zeros means your decimal will shift to 3. That is 1, 2, 3. So it should be 0.436. All right. So this shouldn't take much time. So your answer should be 0.436. All right. Right. So 90th. All right. So yes. So with this, we finish off today's class. All right. So I'm sure you would have enjoyed today's mental ability sums. So meet you the next class with very interesting questions, and hope to see you all soon, students. Get ready for your exams, and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jatadhara Educational Technology. And you can always refer about our classes, about our YouTube channels to your friends and your relatives so that they can also watch this and get benefited by this. All right. So we are always here to help you by way of answering all your questions. All right.